Okay, this is the new DAW from Presonus called Studio One. So we have a start page where you access recent files, and you can have artist profile. We set up automatically with Presonus interfaces, and you can use any audio interface with the software. We have a news feed from Presonus with updates and things like that, demos and tutorials on this page as well. So then we have a song page, and this is where you do recording and arranging, editing, mixing. Let's go over some of the features of this real quick. We have a single window interface so that you're not juggling multiple windows all the time. So we have a small mixer view, and we also have a large mixer view. And this can be detached to put on another screen. And you'll notice that in the small mixer view, it expands sideways, so you don't take up space this way. We have around 25 plugins that we've made that are 64-bit plugins. Each of those has what we call a micro view, which is this view here, which shows you, in this case, like a compressor working, and we can also edit this in this window. That's very cool to have. We have a browser in which you drag instruments from a browser into the project there. So if I want a bass sound in here, I can just drag it in and it's immediately ready to play. There's no other setup necessary. We can do the same thing with audio effects. So if I want a compressor on this kick drum, I just drag it in on top of it. And I can also drag things into here. And you can drag and drop to rearrange plugins. You can drag and replace plugins that way. So that is also very fast. We can browse loops in sync with the song. So while this song is going, we can just very quickly switch through these sounds and audition them. And then if I find one that I like, I just drag it right in, duplicate it, build an arrangement very quickly. And finally, we have built-in mastering, which is called the project page. And this is where you would take your songs and have a mixdown come in and do your mastering to burn it to a CD or make an MP3 album. The cool thing here is that we don't have to create mixdowns first. We can actually drag in songs without creating a mixdown. So if I browse my songs here and I grab a song, I can just drag it into this project. And it asks me if I want to update the mastering file for that project because one has not been created. If I say yes, it will open that song and export the mix for that automatically and put that back in the project. The red light means that this song is not up to date, and if I want to update it, I just hit update mastering file and it does it all automatically. So your track sequencing and all of that in the mastering project is kept intact. And from there you can just burn a CD, make a disc image, or make an MP3 album. There's all sorts of options there. And of course we have FFT metering in here, and an RMS meter, and everything you need to take your music from start to finish. We have MIDI, so this is our MIDI editor. It's a piano roll editor, and we have all the quantized features and all of that. And of course, audio editor is in the exact same place. So all you have to do is choose the part. And then another very important feature is we've made MIDI mapping very easy. So if I, for instance, I can learn knobs across a map, and now when I move these knobs, we know that the knob is being moved here, and then if I open the CQ, for instance, and I want to change this frequency, that shows up there. And for me to map that knob to that, I just click link, and now I've mapped that control to there. And you can do that for any number of plugins, and it remembers those per plugin. So you can create maps for all of your plugins and never have to think about it again. We can do external devices by adding an instrument, and we've defined several, like the Access Virus and things like that. External keyboards and control surfaces are also covered. We support VST, AU, and also Rewire. Yeah, and we run on the Mac OS and on PC, Windows. It's not released yet, but we are accepting beta applications, so anyone that wants to use it can go to our website and sign up to beta test it right now. It can be downloaded right now. It will be released in the summer, and the US price will be $399, street price. Okay.